Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone, how are you all doing? Good. Yeah, I love the spirit. Yeah.
Are you ready for a challenge?
Yeah.
We'll play a small game, okay? Look at your partners. I want you to choose which one of you is blue and which one of you is red. I'm red.
And I'm blue. Come on, all of you, just look at your partner. That's it.
5 seconds, your partner. You have 5 seconds. Okay, so now I want all the reds to make a fist with their right hand. I want you to make a fist with your right hand. Okay, great. I want all the blues to raise their blue palm, their right palm. Are you all ready?
Yeah.
We'll play a small game, okay?
Okay. So the reds, get your fists ready because there's going to be few hitting over here. You're going to burn some calories right now.
It's time for payback. On a count of 3, 1. All the reds should hit the blue palms, okay? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Push. Push. Come on. Push. Okay, that's it. Thank your partner.
Thank you.
That's your partner. Okay, all the reds, what did I tell you to do? What did I tell you to do? Push. And the blues, what did I tell you to do? Nothing. So why did you resist? Why did you resist? Okay.
Push it.
Instinct? Yeah, right. So, I know you're wondering what's the fist and what's the palm. The palm represents our progress in life, our ideas growth. And the red represents our obstacles in life, our difficulties, and especially for youth, our times of depression. Those of us who push back these obstacles are the successful. And those of us who goes with the flow of the obstacles are the failures. So which one are you? Which one are you? Are you the seed that's planted and it's resisted all the climate changes, all the gravitational pull, so that it stands out? Not only stands tall, but to share its shade and fruits to everyone. Which one are you?
See? Changing the world is a huge phrase. And according to the youth, they believe that changing the world is something very hard and something really huge and something that is way beyond our thoughts, our hands, and our power. But they fail to realize one thing, that changing the world starts with only one simple idea. See, my change started with one simple phrase. I recall a story 5 years ago. I was sitting with a breast cancer patient. We were having a normal conversation until she started coughing and she had to leave. I looked at her and I started apologizing for no reason. She looked at me and said, "You should not feel sorry for me. I'm the one who should feel sorry for you. I know I am unhealthy and old, but I was able to do something with my life. But look at you. You're young and you're healthy, but we've got goals." I looked at her and I was entirely shocked. But then looking back at that story, she was right. She was actually saying the truth. I was a nobody. So I made sure that the next time I'm going back to see this lady, I'm going back to the story. And the next time I saw this lady, which was 3 years ago, she was a survivor. She survived breast cancer. I was thrilled with happiness. And when I went to her and I was talking to her, she was like, "See, Hiba, it only took me 2 things in life to get over all the obstacles. Determination and hope. Nothing much and nothing less."
My world changed in a forum I organized 3 years ago. This forum aimed to foster parents and children's ties. The parents' mission was to write on a solid building blocks their responsibilities towards their children and what do they expect their children to do. The children had to then they used these solid building blocks to connect bridges. Parents connected their bridges from the parents' side to the children's side, and the children connected these building blocks from the children's side to the parents' side. I was walking through the audience, and I noticed that the parents and the children were not just connecting solid building blocks. They were connecting love, they were connecting emotions, they were connecting family goals. And among these audience, I saw a mother cuddling her daughter. She was surrounding her with love and positive statements. And what astonished me more was that the daughter was crying in her mother's arms. I wondered why? Why is she crying between her mother's arms? I then knew that the mother and the daughter lost contact a long time ago. And this hug and this forum was a reunion for this family. It was a reunion for this family. And I was really surprised that a small forum, it was like 20 people, small forum, that started from a small idea had a great impact. Had a great impact on the entire family.
So, are you guys interested to know how to turn your simple ideas into huge ones?
Yes.
If you guys have your smartphones, which I'm sure everyone does, jot down a few notes. So, the first tip is to express yourself boldly. You have an idea, you state it. You're not afraid of anyone. Don't hesitate and never second guess yourself. How many of you have heard about Martin Luther King?
Me.
I'm sure you guys passed your history test really well. Well, Martin Luther King had an idea, or better yet, he had a dream. His dream saved an entire nation. He made sure that everyone else was dreaming, and he made sure that everyone else was treated equally. He was not afraid to express his thoughts. He was not afraid of the consequences. He had an idea and he said it out loud.
The second way to transform small ideas into bigger ones is to stick to your idea. Stick to your idea no matter what happens. Because, small ideas normally have a very specific audience. And a very specific audience means that you need more time to reach this audience. And the key to success here is to stick to your idea. Having an idea is not enough. It's what are you going to do with this idea? How are you going to change this idea into action? Who are you going to benefit with this idea? And this needs a lot of hard work, teamwork, and a lot of perseverance.
The third idea is to be creative. We are teenagers and we love to be creative. Being creative and thinking outside the box is something we all love to do. And it's something fun, adventurous, and always interesting. And being creative as well is not something really hard. It just needs a wide imagination.
The fourth way is to grasp your opportunities. You see, your opportunities have a certain life cycle. You either grasp it or you let it go. And
That's a souvenir.
For example, I'm a youth who wants to apply to a college. And I applied to a lot of different colleges. But the one college that I will choose is the one that satisfies my dream. The one that will make my small idea grow. So grasp good opportunities. For example, you have a small idea and you had the chance to attend a conference, for example. And this conference,
Like you guys now.
yeah, ask experts, go and socialize with others, and grasp good opportunities.
The fifth and the final tip is to seek your right path. You have an idea, you start working on it, but then oops, there was an obstacle in your face. Don't give up. Move on to the next, take another road. Doesn't work, take another and another and another until you reach your goal, until you fulfill your vision, until you are able to transform your small idea, your simple idea that you thought if you would never do it, into a big one, into reality. You change that dream into something really huge that will impact your life and the lives of others.
So I can see some youth here, and we know that you like schoolwork, so we're going to give you homework. Your homework is when you go back home, think of the simple ideas and the simple things you go through every day. Like, for example, your parents' phone call, your teacher's hard work, your society's dedication to get the best out of you. Think of these small things and be the candle that not only lightens a spot, it also lightens other paths. And when it enlightens other paths, person who enlightened it will enlighten other paths and will eventually get a spot in the world which is enlightened.
And reaching that state of mind was done with the effort of two great women. They taught us to give more than take. And they loved us unconditionally, without ifs, without buts, without whys. And they also taught us to do the same with the people, to love them without restrictions or limits.
Your moms.
Well, don't ruin the surprise yet. Those great women taught us to be like the sun, that spreads its warmth and light to every single person in the world, to the ones who deserve it and to the ones who do not, for the thankful and for the unthankful, for the rich and for the poor, and to always shine the next day, and to always rise